All right, today is the 8th day of August, and today is the day that the black man comes to. I haven't gotten the chance to use this button in a while, but today is the day that the black man comes to save motherfucking Marvel Rivals. Now, I've already seen Blade, I've already played him in game, and I'm just gonna quickly talk a little bit about Blade and his playstyle and whatnot, and we're also gonna go over this article, and I got some other gaming stuff, like gaming related stuff that I'm gonna talk about.
Season 3.5 brings one of the most anticipated heroes ever to the game.
Like man here to save Marvel again.
Drops on August 8th, but I got early access to the PTR to check out his moveset. I haven't been able to get into a proper match yet, so this won't be a full-on guide to mastering Blade, but I can give you a tasty little preview of what he can do. So let's get into it. First off, I'm playing with a PlayStation 5 DualSense, so any button prompts I mention will be for that controller. That said, I'll throw a handy little graphic on the top right corner of the screen so you can match it to whatever control scheme you prefer. Blade is a duelist who fights with two weapons, the ancestral sword.
We'll put this on 1.5.
He's rated 3 stars on the difficulty meter, mostly because he's a melee heavy hero with 2 stances.
True, he is a stance character, and I feel like being able to balance and learn to switch back in between those stances, like after playing a little bit of Blade in real matches, is going to be highly critical. Because just like I thought playing Blade, he can function as a very versatile duelist, and especially as a tank shredder. Like, this nigga Blade is gonna be a fucking menace to tanks, and it looks like after playing him a bit, he's exactly what I said. Either your Blade is gonna fucking... You can't ban Blade and Wolverine when it comes to menaces to tanks.
Much like Cloak and Dagger, Blade players will constantly be switching between his ranged and melee attacks, as well as between his default
unlike Cloak and Dagger
focused Bloodline Awakening stance. In his default stance, you can press triangle to switch between his sword and shotgun. If you've played Punisher, Black Widow, or literally any Call of Duty ever,
I'm not gonna lie, the way that his shotgun works and stuff like that, if people start walking backwards from you, you switch in and out your bloodline stance. Like, if you're not in your bloodline stance, you should literally never, ever, ever be using your fucking melee if you have that shotgun out. If you're in your bloodline stance, that's when you use your melee, when it's good. But outside of that, don't touch that shit, bro.
This will feel instantly familiar. As you'd expect, the shotgun is more effective up close, though it still dishes out decent damage at range if you can hit your
okay, so that's straight up false. IGN being IGN. There's a mechanic where outside of, I think it's about 10-ish or so meters, between the 10-meter range and the 20-meter range is where it does the most damage. Not when it's up close. That's straight up falsehood.
The sword offers a basic 5-hit combo, but in this stance, its damage isn't going to wow anyone.
And that's why you shouldn't be using it. You're not in your bloodline.
Next up is the Daywalker Dash on L1, which changes effects depending on the weapon that you're using. With the shotgun out, you dash forward and blast the enemy, applying a healing reduction debuff, perfect for chipping away at those tanky foes. If the sword is out, you dash in with a cleaving strike that inflicts slow, making it harder for enemies to escape your
that shit
you can also
is
use
good.
it to get yourself into the air, enabling you to get on high up ledges. You can use Daywalker Dash twice, with each instance being on a 7-second cooldown.
That's just really good for getting the higher ground.
With this next move.
Like Blade is gonna be real fucking annoying the way he's gonna be diving on top of tanks and supports heads from out of nowhere. Just nigga standing on top of a building, put his shotgun pellets in your head, and then he dash out of nowhere and start take a bite out of you and take your motherfucking blood out your body.
Default stance ability is Scarlet Shroud. It makes you unstoppable.
Learning to use Scarlet Shroud is gonna be a struggle for me, but this shit is so busted. It blocks 80% of damage.
Plus, every bit of damage you take while it's active helps reduce the cooldown of Daywalker Dash.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Effective and pretty stylish. All right, here's where things get spicy. Bloodline Awakening. By pressing R1, Blade enters this stance and his melee prowess gets a serious upgrade. You'll still perform the same 5-hit combo, but as you land hits and fill up a special,
it gets way faster.
Your sword attack speed.
Like, I know this video is sped up, but you can tell it gets way faster.
Blade turns into an absolute blender. He just shreds enemies. You still have access to Scarlet Shroud and Daywalker Dash in the Bloodline Awakening stance, but here's the twist. While in this stance, Blade gets reduced healing from outside sources.
And if you stop swinging, you stop healing yourself.
Meaning that every hit you land heals you. The only thing you can't do in this stance is switch to your shotgun. The moment you do, you drop out of the Bloodline Awakening stance. But don't panic, your melee meter doesn't vanish completely. If you need heals from your support and your enemies are too far for lifesteal to kick in, it's smart to dip out of this stance for a moment, get healed, and then get right back into the slicing and dicing.
Yup, because it does decay slower when you pull out your shotgun and turn on Bloodline. I did notice that.
Blade's ultimate, 1,000-fold slash. When activated, you'll create a path on the ground for Blade to dash through. Confirm it with R2 and watch as he zips forward, leaving.
Oh, I thought my video player fucked up. I was about to say Elon.
Anyone caught in its path gets hit with a healing reduction debuff. Also, while the ultimate is going off, you still have full control over Blade.
I wonder, does it slow?
If needed, or join in on your ult to deal severe damage. There's not much more to say. It's awesome. You'll love it. I know I do.
Yep, his blade is. His blade. But yeah, his blade is pretty deadly. But what I was trying to say is Blade's ultimate is pretty good.
The new moon ability with Moon Knight. That means he can turn invisible and heal over time, which, let's be real, feels downright broken when combined with Bloodline Awakening. You'll need to be within the circle radius to stay invisible, but Blade also gets a new move here called Swift Strike, which lunges him towards an enemy. Perfect for flanking opponents and devastating their back line. And that's everything I've got on Blade for now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what you're.
If you go in a bubble, resets the cooldown in 3 seconds for your dash. By the way.
Video games. Keep it locked right here on IGN.
The whole video, good. So yeah, final thoughts. I would say that Blade, he's gonna be a fucking menace to tanks and supports. Once people optimize his playstyle and really learn his timings, that little nigga's gonna live for fucking ever. He's never going to die. I repeat, that little nigga's gonna live forever. He's never gonna die. This regular ass 5'8" black man is gonna be all up in your time, all up in your back line, shoving a sword up support's ass, or in your front line, putting the sword down a Vanguard's throat. And I'm gonna be the one doing it, because you can't ban him and Wolverine, bitch nigga. Excuse me. And also, apparently Insider Gaming got an exclusive that Marvel Rival developers, the characters they have for the next year are already planned. So this tells me that we're getting 100,000 duelists. The next 12 characters, I expect 12 duelists. Not gonna lie. After the next 12 characters, like going into 2027, maybe we'll get more tanks. But for the rest of 2025 and all of 2026, we're getting straight duelists, my nigga. It takes about a year to bring a new character into Marvel Rivals, with a long list of work to be done that includes gameplay aspects, concept art, modeling, animation, and voice acting. Therefore, content is planned for the next 12 months and beyond. While other games have adopted a yearly roadmap for content drops, highlighting what players can expect in the months ahead, Guang explained why the preferred approach for Rivals to reveal new content at the start of each season to maintain freshness and surprise. That is true. Because if you spoil and ruin the surprise way too early on, it's not going to taste as good to get these characters, you know? This approach also allows a Rivals team to keep a close eye on what the player base and Marvel fans are enjoying. Yeah, it gives them a second and give last minute tweaks and stuff like that. And it also is good for building and generating hype, because it's hype to hear a new character announcement. And for somebody who doesn't hardcore no life this game, you could get them back on and get them churn rates of churning. While every other game I read that. This approach also allows a Rivals team to keep a close eye, blah, 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 blah. One of the most highly requested additions from the community is Dickpool, but Guang did not confirm whether Wade Wilson is on the release schedule for next year, telling fans to stay tuned for future reveals. That may be his soft little nod to say that they're either working on adding Deadpool, or that Deadpool is like a planned character that's already finished. Oh, this one, I more so wanted to read the headline. Arxis saying they want to support Token into the PS6 era. So I wouldn't expect this game. I wanted to bring this up because I wanted to say I would expect this game to drop late 2026. We don't need to read the rest of this shit because that's pretty much straightforward. Another thing I wanted to mention was Courage the Cowardly Dog is legally impossible to stream everywhere. Let me repeat myself again and make it a little bit clear. Music completely unrelated to what I'm about to say. It is completely impossible to legally stream Courage the Cowardly Dog anywhere. Okay, cool. This one I wanted to say people spotted that there was a domain registered for like something along the lines of Sekiro anime or anime for Sekiro, some shit like that. So people are suspecting that there's a big chance that Sekiro Shadows die 3 times or whatever the fuck is getting an anime coming. Maybe not soon, but eventually. So keep an eye out for that, because that sounds like something that's cool that I'd like give a couple episodes, give it a chance. Data miners showed that Elden Ring is about to have some new duo modes in SBMM. Now, how the fuck they're gonna implement SBMM, I don't know. I'll skim through the article a little bit. Spoilers about a new game. Oh yeah, blah blah blah, nigga. Alright, let's get some deep. Okay, so I think for every boss you beat, maybe it'll rank you up. Yeah, I'm not seeing how. So the more you play the game, the more EXP you'll get. Or is it for doing tasks? I think it's probably playtime based. But that's what I'm guessing is going on. So if you're tired of having suck ass randoms, don't worry. Just play the game a good amount and SBMM will kick in. This one I just linked so I remember to watch the man, this shit 40 fucking seconds. I'll watch this shit off. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm here already. Oh yeah, this looks like it's gonna be hard, bro. I can't wait for the next dialect to come out. I really can't. Oh, I remember you with the concrete hammer with the rebarb in it. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up. Hey, on the 19th of September, niggas that really play games, we are eating.